So it's come to this. I'm finally gonna review this one that I rented. And as well, Ted the Explorer 2. Who in the Secret King of Minus is. Just like last time, and when I talked about the first one, it took them nearly 3 years for them to do this one in 2018. And just like the last time, it's kind of almost the same, but a little different characters in it. Just to let you know, Cheech Marin's not in this movie because I guess I couldn't pay him to be in the film at all. But this time, our hero's about to search for the King of Minus from a new villain, which I also don't like since he's kind of a jerk. Her name. I can't see the back of the cover. Her name. Gregory. He's got a strange name. They'll explain that. Here's a menu, and just like every DVD nowadays, it just has still image and no music and absolute silence. And yep, like I told you, the mummy does return. Oh boy, does he return in this one. He'll be pretty much the main sidekick throughout the entirety of the movie. And because we have like those annoying, crazy, funny, slapstick sidekicks in these movies. And this time this movie's done by Paramount. Because this time they actually put time and effort into this one. A little better than the first one. The second one is actually slightly better. I'm not kidding. This movie gets a bit intense in the opening. We don't know who that is until later on. And turns out to be Sarah in that marine suit. And she got the key. While they're leaving, the main villain gets in the suitcase, and right away it gets dark and they toss him off the ship. And what's this yellow stuff? It turns anything into gold. So our hero Ted has already got a new job. Well, kind of almost the same as his last job of being a builder. The other guys make fun of him because he already has a girlfriend, Sarah, of the fame and fortune, legendary treasure she found. So after a bit of slapsticks here and there trying to grab that box of a necklace, by the way, it's meant for her, and he gets fired after a bit of his silly slapstick humorness, and he's about to wear his perfectly good outfit. And there's his pet dog. By the way, Jeff is kind of useless in this movie. Yep, it's him again. But he'll explain it, why he's there. Sorry, wrong button. Okay, after that silly stuff happens, and in that scene, Inti does explain that he's given the necklace to her, so they end up in the place called Las Vegas. Yes, it's a place that's very exciting and pretty fun for anybody that wants to gamble their money away. Also, this is Tiffany. She looks like Gin now or Lee now from Rio. Don't you think? Anyhow, after they introduce themselves, they enter in the party. And the bird is there too. Kind of reminds me of Iago from Aladdin. Except he doesn't talk.
They're good friends. Sarah!
And she looks well designed in this movie.
So happy to see you.
Love that bird. So that there are silly slapsticks happening and him being amazed on the big city. And she explains about the legendary temple about the Golden Sea of Midas. He was about to propose to her until he shows up and mess things up. And here are the villains are ready to take what's theirs. And after a few funny slapsticks here and there, and this one of the mummy dresses up as Elvis for some reason. And Tad is well dressed, and a little bird he designed that says waiter. Anyhow, she does a little backstory of
Revealed the real story of King Midas. It's a papyrus called Sacrifice for Love. It shows him as an all-powerful king who defeated all his enemies for Apollo. Grateful, Apollo bestowed upon King Midas a collar with 3 golden pieces. The collar would bring the wearer the power to turn anything he touched into gold. Midas amassed piles and piles of gold. Everything he laid his hands on would turn into the precious metals. But this golden touch soon became a curse. His daughter reached out to hug him, and she too was turned into gold. Devastated,
that's extremely dark.
Apollo told Midas to get rid of his collar, offering each of its 3 pieces to a god in different temples around the world. Midas followed Apollo's orders, and by giving up an immense power, brought his daughter back to life. Or in other words, he made a sacrifice for love. Wow.
Remember, that's gonna be later part of the movie. Anyhow, she reveals the treasure. Or while the bad guys use some smoke gas as bomb to try to take what's rightfully theirs. The legendary treasure of gold Midas with a map. Luckily, our heroes was trying their best to toss it around without them getting it. However, our Sarah gets captured by him.
You come with me.
Tad tries to save her, but unfortunately gets kicked off. But at least he gets a note. Well then, not knowing where they're taking her, her mummy friend looks at the book, since he's very ancient and old. He explains it. Let's just fast forward this, because he says about Bao. On the way to Grandai, which they'll find her there. They test on one of their henchmen, like him.
Don't be shy. Well, no, you're an arrogant bully, uncool, and very cheap. I'm sorry. Shut it. And you're also a daddy's boy.
That's hilarious and dark at once. He's right. He's kind of a douchebag. But I do know how he dies, which you'll see later. Anyhow, he uses the truth serum on her, and tells him Tad got it. And he doesn't even know who it is until they'll find out. They take a long ride on the airplane to their country in part of Mexico. Also, the villain's staff has magical gold powers too. That's part of the medallion. So after a bit of an interesting chase scene going on, they're throwing ancient plates at the villain, their foes. Which, believe me, it's worth watching. And they try to find the hidden area. The treasure. They move the statues that spread out water and do a passageway. After that funny dance he did. The mummy uses the rat to guide them their way to the legendary treasure statue. After squeezing the rat that looks like Remy, by the way. And a few squeaking noises, because it's funny. So after a few scenes of this, here and there, they find what they're looking for. The big statue of Mentor Ball. Yep, and Sierra's right about the story. Also, I'll explain the rest of this in part 2. Yada yada, leave a like, subscribe, yada yada. Want to make sure I make enough room for the next video. Bye.